I've been like secretly opening them below the camera and then like, this is the same one.
That's really beautiful.
You're a pro. Like, I didn't even notice, and now I'm upset. Why?
Now you're like, oh, she really went in, didn't she? You know?
I don't know about y'all, but I need a drink. I need a fucking drink. Welcome to Drinking with Dory. Hit me, Dory. What am I drinking on? It's a little drink that was developed in the 1890s in Yokohama, Japan, called a bamboo. And it's one that I think your grandma will think is real classy. It's got it's got sherry, okay? But I use Madeira, which is sherry's Portuguese cousin, a little bit, saucier. Dry vermouth, orange bitters, Angostura bitters. You stir it up, you stew it in, you do a little twist of lime, and you serve it up. No ice, baby. Will this make me seem at all classier to your Nana? Well, I took my NuvaRing out today, so literally anything is possible. You know what else is possible? my guests. They are very possible and probable, as they are all here. She is a comedian and a rising TikTok star. It's Cameron McCall. Come on in. Oh, hey, baby.
Hi.
A drag queen and a goddamn Brooklyn institution. It's Alotta McGriddles.
Oh, hi, I just got out of the shower.
And last but certainly not least, an actress of the big and small screens, and one of my very best friends in the whole wide world, Alicia Wainwright. Yay!
Hi.
Oh, baby girl, you stay on my mind, fulfill my fantasy.
I love you.
I love you, and that's why I must know what you drinking, Alicia.
I'm drinking a 50-50 gin martini. That means it's half vermouth, half gin, with 3 olives, because apparently even olives are bad, like bad luck, or the bartender hates you or something. And 1 olive is stupid, so you got to do 3. So there you go.
I like a 3. Who doesn't like a threesome? Ms. Cameron, what you drinking on?
This is a grapefruit margarita.
What is that, in a protein shake glass?
Yeah, it's still in the blender plastic. I'm living a very function over form life right now. I made up this recipe. It's like part of an actual grapefruit. And so I've learned how to make a margarita. I live alone. It's very dangerous. I shouldn't do it because they're so tasty.
Señorita McGriddles.
What I'm drinking, and it's very important to shake this 3 times clockwise and shake it 4 times counterclockwise, is White Claw. Yes, I'm on a fitness journey. I am a lot of McGriddles, but when you eat 4 McGriddles in the morning, it's very important to count your calories later in the day. And that's why I love White Claw. It's 100 calories, gluten-free, 2 carbs, it's all written on there. And what I will say is I really enjoy knowing exactly how many calories I'm taking in for the day. And when this is 100, that means I could have 5.
So it really is just a numbers game for you. Do you even like the taste of it?
No, I don't like the taste of anything except McDonald's.
You said you love fast food, you love the calories, and as the self-proclaimed Ronald McDonald drag, I gotta know, what is your favorite artery clogging beverage?
Have you guys heard of a Carvalanche?
No.
It's sold at Carvel, and it's basically a McFlurry on acid. You could pick up to 3 toppings. I usually get Reese's Pieces, sprinkles, and cookie crumble, and they blend it all together, and it's called a Carvalanche because it's like an avalanche of diabetes into your system.
Doesn't DQ have a blizzard? So is there something, is it like a spin on?
It's their spin on that, exactly.
If you want to have a natural disaster type thing happen to your body via your mouth.
Every night.
Alicia, we've been turning up together since our early 20s.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I know this is an impossible question because literally every moment with me is truly a gift, but like, what is your favorite memory of us partying together?
So I was visiting Dory in New York years ago, and I had like a guy that I was like talking to, but he was kind of a jerk, right? So she didn't like him. It's her birthday, she's trashed. I come to her birthday with him. They've never met before. Within about 5 minutes of talking to him, Dory has these farts that smell very specific. And in that moment, I smelt that smell and realized that Dory had crop dusted this guy and me. He looked ill and was like, "Did you just?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then just walked away.
Shall we cheers to crop dusting as a
Cheers
verb?
to crop dusting. I'm already done with this first White Claw.
Miss Cameron, in case you didn't know, people out there, Cameron is a genius. She's a comedic genius. She has a plethora, a veritable treasure chest of characters. If you had to get a drink, like gun to your head, to one of your characters, who would you want to get a drink with?
Before I did an impression of a teen YouTube star named
Jojo Siwa!
Hey Jojo, you know what's cooler than dancing? Monetization.
I stan JoJo, free JoJo.
Free JoJo, for real.
And she's also, I think, like actually 17, so she would have to have like, I don't know, a virgin mojito or something. But I would, and she also doesn't need sugar. She's pretty hype.
I was gonna say, like, would you need to have a highly caffeinated beverage just to match her energy?
I think I'd need to hold it down for us. I think I would need to have just like something chill. Maybe for me, I should even have like a tea or something.
Alotta, I must know. You had mentioned that your go-go juice these days is like 50-11 vodka sodas. But is that how your go-go juice has always been, or has it like evolved over the millennia? How long have you been doing this?
It's definitely evolved, and I am a millennia years old. Thank you for noticing. When I first started, and I started in the nightlife industry, I'd be working from like 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. and I'd always want to stay up, so I would drink a vodka Red Bull.
Well, you know, our good Judy Davon came on the show and said
red wine and Red Bull together, and that was my go-go juice.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That's my sister. If you drink vodka Red Bull from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., the next day, your stomach is imploding. I switched to vodka Sprite so that it wasn't that crazy. And then once I was having all that sugar, I switched to vodka sodas with all the limes and the lemons in the world so that I would still get drunk but not have the empty calories. And that's what it was up until, and now it's White Claw, bitch.
Miss Alisha, obviously I can't have you on Drankin without asking you about Maya, your character from Shadowhunters, who was a werewolf bartender. Obviously, we all know what vampires drink blood. And obviously we know what fairies drink plant blood. But what does a werewolf imbibe on?
Like whenever we had scenes at the bar and I had vampires, like they only ever did shots of blood. Like there was no cocktailing, there was no like craft blood, you know, it was just like, you just get shots. So they were easy customers. And I think werewolves drank and ate whatever they wanted, except they put a gag in there that we couldn't eat chocolate, which I was just like, that's...
Oh, because of the canine thing.
But then that would mean that they couldn't have grapes, which means that they probably couldn't have wine, which sounds like a tragedy.
Miss Cameron, you are on TikTok. You are blowing the fuck up on TikTok.
Fun fact about me is I've never been relaxed ever.
But at this point, you must have seen a TikTok cocktail recipe.
One account that comes up on my For You page a fair amount, where it's not necessarily cocktails, it's mostly like a highly stylized video where it's just the drink and then somebody very carefully making the drink. So like it'll start with just the glass and then they'll put in like special ice and then they'll put in special like, I'm trying to remember. They made one that was like something that they would imagine a fictional character would make or would drink, and they made like they make up drinks, and then it's just the video. It's very ASMR video, and I do think that everything outside of frame is chaos. There's no way that everything else in the frame. I mean, there's like multiple roommates, sound, barking next door.
There's a child crying because he fell off the seesaw. Alicia, my sweet, sweet friend, you are number 1 on the call sheet for Netflix's Raising Dion, where you are a mom to a kid who has superpowers.
Yeah.
So naturally, everybody wants to know who you personally would want to see as Dion's auntie from around the way. Is it Megan Thee Stallion, Missy Elliott, or Mary J. Blige?
I don't know. I feel like, you see Missy Elliott with all the kids, like in her music videos, like she would make a great aunt. Dion would probably learn some cool dance moves, get him out of my hair for a day, she could put him in the big trash bag. He could dance around on the street.
Did you just say to put a child in a trash bag?
You know what I meant, though.
Like, throw out that baby. Like,
also, for the record, I am not a actual mother in real life, so.
You put him in a trash bag, just your standard Glad trash bag. With the superpowers, he would make it all of a sudden like a Hype Williams video, all on his own.
Now I'm just like, yeah, you put that kid in a trash bag.
That's what I heard.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of trash bags, Alotta.
I knew it was about me. I was like,
you've got bags and bags and heaps of clothes. Your whole event of a lot of stuff, when it was done in person, did you ever notice a correlation between people who were bidding high or bidding a lot and how much they were drinking?
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I love a lot of stuff auction. I started it with Thorgy Thor from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Love her.
And what happens is we both host the night, and models come out in vintage clothing that we've hand selected either from our closet or we've picked from local thrift stores, and people come out and we start the bidding at $1, and it can go all the way up to $5 or to actually $100, depending on if you get the right 2 people that don't like each other.
Y'all, I think it's about time we wrap this shindig up. What are we cheersing to / plugging a Cameron?
Oh my gosh, I'm cheersing to a scene. I'm on like 2 waiting lists. But yeah, you can follow me on every platform too. Let's stay in touch.
Alicia, what are we plugging?
I mean, I want the too.
And also, I don't know, like Raising Dion season 2 is coming out.
Yes,
You're
absolutely.
filming.
That should come out. I have no idea when, but we're in the throes of shooting it, trying to stay as safe as possible on set. And so far, we've been very, very fortunate. So
Alotta.
I'm cheersing to a lot of stuff auction going live on Depop. If you want to go check out the items, if you want to see some thoughty man pics of me, go to @Alotta McGriddles on Instagram. This is the big cheers for anyone who's depressed and where you are at right now. We're all going through it. Hopefully this will be over and we'll be able to move forward as a society and as human beings to know that we're not that different and life sucks no matter where you're at.
A stunning and moving statement from someone who just finished their 6th White Claw.
Yeah, I am cheersing to you 3 beautiful people for coming through for a hoe. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. I hate saying it. You hate doing it, but we both got to do it. It's the law. And please follow the Instagram @DRANKIN with Dory. Do you have money? Give me it. That's how it works.
is your Cash App also in the description box?
Sound off in the comments. Would you give me money if I had a Cash App? I'm like this close to making an OnlyFans that's just like my feet in mashed potatoes.
Mashing with Dory.
So until the next one, this has been Drank It with Dory, and I'm Dory. Oh.